Back to those 4 Jacksonville firefighters who were quarantined for fear they may have come in contact with someone who has the coronavirus. Again, the mayor announced just a few hours ago those firefighters have been medically cleared to go back to work. News for Jax I-Team investigator Kelly Wiley joining us live in front of JFRD headquarters with what we know. Kelly?
Yeah, all of this happened really quickly. This morning, the chief said he got a call making the connection between the conference and this diagnosis, this positive diagnosis of coronavirus. And since then, those firefighters were told to self-isolate in their homes, to not go out in the public. And we asked about testing for these firefighters. We learned that they will not be tested because right now they're not showing any of the symptoms associated with COVID-19. JFRD officials made the decision to quarantine 4 firefighters who attended the Tampa EMS Today conference. The conference drew more than 4,600 people last year from across 40 countries. But according to the Florida Health Department, this year's conference may be associated with a man who tested positive for coronavirus. The health department is advising all people experiencing symptoms who attended the conference to immediately contact their county health department or healthcare provider and self-isolate for 14 days. The 4 Jacksonville firefighters found out about the connection 7 days after they returned and were asked to self-isolate at home Thursday morning. The state health department has since cleared the firefighters to work.
The state looked at the people that needed to be isolated, and about 12:30 this afternoon they notified us that those 4 no longer needed to be isolated. They're returning to work tomorrow morning.
Power says the 4 firefighters have not been tested for the virus.
They were never tested because they did not meet the testing criteria.
Today, we also learned a 63-year-old man who tested positive in St. Johns County did not go to Daytona's Bike Week. He traveled down from New York to Florida for Bike Week, but never made it to Volusia County before he was diagnosed. In the case of the 4 firefighters, Chief Powers says they are so far exhibiting no symptoms of COVID-19. And of course, as we've said before, these 4 firefighters have been medically cleared by the health department because they didn't make contact directly with the man that was diagnosed at that conference. But coming up at 6 o'clock, we're talking about the concern that firefighters here have for those out in the field here in Jacksonville and how they're working to make sure they're protected as they go to these calls where people might think they have the symptoms of COVID-19. And of course, we're reminding you again, if you feel you have symptoms of COVID-19, you need to call the health department, the county health department here in Jacksonville. We're posting that link for you on our website, newsforjax.com.